what we're going to do, guys, is we are going to start building the shelves in the end of this barn. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to 8 feet. So you can see the red line on the wall, which is the top of the sheathing. So it's perfect. I can use that for my measurements. And 8 feet divided by 5 shelves is 19 inches, 19 and a quarter. So I can measure, and I'm going to cut cleats out of some of the leftover 2x4s laying around here. I got 2x4s here to use as the legs and the long stringers. And I've got 2x12s that I can actually rip. Yeah, not her job. This is my project. All right, now it's gonna make a bang. All right, I gotta go out and get one more board in the scraper. It's a 16 footer, so it's 32 feet in here, which would take all of it, but I'd have to open the garage door, feed it in that way. And once I cut it down, it should be all right. I'm going to put braces about every 4 feet, I guess. All right, what I've been doing in the other room is sawing some of these boards down to 2x2s. And it was leftover pallet wood, and I ran into a bunch of nails with my saw. So yeah, the saw blade's pretty much hosed. Here's a good first one. That one's pretty straight. Actually, they're all warped, but warped is a way of life around here. You know, I'm a little warped. Now, what I need to do is cut this off so it lands on a joint so I can get a screw into it. Where'd I lay down my damn pen? It's in my pocket. 19 and a quarter. 19 and a quarter. Sure would be nice to have a helping hand, wouldn't it? So, what the hell? All right. I should have made more marks. All right, I'm going to drop it down. I'm going to go down to the, well, I need to mark it. Intermittently, anyway. Right there. $19 and a quarter. Where's the mark? Of course, there's a stupid other screw right there. Well, that didn't hit nothing. So let's try over here. Nope, nothing either. Ow. There we go. That one caught something. I'm all for recycling screws. Now I'm going to put my level on them. As you can see, this is pretty tedious. That's all I'm going to do. Is I'm going to go along and along, and I am going to put these cleats over to the edge of the window over here. So that's my next plan. And hopefully I'll have, if I don't have enough 2x left, then I'll go buy some more. All right, I'm going to put you down for now. All right, so I'm going to put you down in my pocket here. Put the mic up here. See if I can bump into that and make a bunch of noise. All right, so now I'm just cutting those cleats that we're going to use over there off right here. Glued them up on the wall. Whoops, I've already chalk lined this. My other camera should have picked that up. Oh crap. Well, I won't go hunting with Jake, but I'm gonna chase him. I'm gonna square this up here. I can't find a square, so I'm just gonna use my level. Oh, there's my square. Square will be quicker. All right. Well, I'm gonna put the cut. I'm gonna put the cut side up, I guess. Oh shoot, I can't see the dang line. Oh, I can in front of me here, never mind. I'm being adult. No, not adult. Adult. There we go. So that'll work. My way. Hey, what can I say? You're right in my way. Let's do it every day. The pencil. You know, I'm notorious for being a pencil loser. Or just a loser. Got it. All right. We're just going to hold these up and mark them off. Hopefully I'll get past that bad part. I will. Well, oh good. Cut that kind of bad part out of this. I'm going to put this in my pocket so I know where it is. I'm going to go over here to the bench, which is nothing but a sawhorse. Well, I think I'm going to screw this one on this way, and then I'll hide that nasty knot. And if I put it this way, it'll curve to the beneath the wood, right? It all curves. All right. Actually, it was better the other way. It really don't matter. All right. It's just at that point where I'm getting sweaty, but I'd be cold if I was to take my sweater off. You know, that weirdness. Let's see, where's the screw? There's the screw. We're just going to do this. See, and you got lots of time for it. All right. Hammer whammer. Wild man drill. And we'll screw them up. And I don't mean make a mess. Although we've been known to screw things up. Haven't we? All right, so you're picturing it now? Now I just got to go up and put it on that red line. And I should be able to see the screws. So I got to make a measurement. So I guess 19 inches is what I have to deal with. All right, it says I got 31 minutes left. I'm going to put that cleat up there. Cletus. That guy over there. Why am I singing British battle tunes or something like that? I don't know what that is. I want to go about an inch wider than this. Come on. All right. 84 pieces. I'll just have to mark them out after and put them in after I get it put together or something. I don't want that to jam. Like it did. Trying to decide. I think what I'm going to do, instead of building the whole thing out of 16 footers on the front for the bracing, I'm going to cut them in half. That'll make cutting these 2x12s a lot easier. So, because I can cut them in half. And then I'll do two 8-foot sections. All right, guys and gals, friends and fans, Bob's Barn Workshop. Yep. You saw me a few days ago. Maybe I didn't put it on the video yet. I don't think I did. I cut a bunch of 2x4s that I had. Split them down the middle to make 2x2s, which they're really 1 3/4 when you split a 3.5-inch 2x4. And I nailed them I screwed them, every stud, every 19 inches up from the floor, which will create 8-foot high walls, which you can see. I used the red line. I think I explained this before. So today what we're going to do is we're going to bang these out. So, yeah. I'm putting some cleats on this end. I might not use a leg. That's what I was thinking about doing, is just See, I've started one cleat, and then when I put the end of the 2x4 here, that'll support it for this corner. But that might have a lot of weight on it. Maybe I'll just take one of the other ones and make a leg. But anyway, we're just gonna make legs. We're gonna cut all the OSB at 19 inches wide every 4 feet so I can get 5 pieces out of each sheet. I didn't figure I needed a 2 foot deep. And so I wanted about 18, so 19 inches, you use the whole sheet. And so that's what we're gonna do. And we're just gonna use the sheathing nailed to this cleat sticking out. Will, you know, have legs on cross nailed to 2x4s at the same height as all these up and down, making like a ladder. The shelving will actually hold everything apart in the right distance. We don't need a bunch more structures. The actual shelving material will be a structural element holding the face ladder thing on the front. You'll see what I'm doing anyway. I'm just going to cut some of these 16 footers. I'm going to cut 4 of them. I'm going to find the 4 best pieces where I can cut them 97 inches, because if you look, my OSB is a little bit off the floor. So I'm going to cut them an inch longer. And then all I'm going to do is I set each one next to the wall where it's going to sit, because I measured out from the bottom with a level, and it's plenty level enough. I mean, it's less than 1/8 of an inch off. So I'm just going to lay them up against the wall, mark where the cross pieces need to be screwed on. I'm going to lay them down here face down, screw them all together, and then stand it up and maybe stick a brace or something in there somewhere to sort of hold it out while I you know, put it together. But I think what I'm going to do is every split I'm going to put a flat 2x4 out. That will also create a lot of strength. And I want to kind of cover the joints. So I think that's what I'm going to do, cover the joints with something like that. Just, you know, OSB isn't all that strong, but it should be fine. All right, let's get to cutting those 4 legs that I need and putting those cleats in over there. Well, you missed what I was just doing, guys. I was just putting those cleats on the wall over there so that when I'm done with this, it'll be 17.5 inches. Yeah, so when I put my 19 on the front, I got just enough. So there we go. I'm just going to shoot one of these in the end through the OSB. That'll add shear load. I like to use these Torx drive decking screws. She ain't going to come apart now. All right, so I need 2 more 16.25. I'm going to go cut those. All right. Well. All right, I got one for the bottom. I keep unplugging my mic because I have to unplug it to shut the door of the camera and turn off the camera. So every time I shut the camera off, I gotta just making these level, close enough for what it's for. I'm gonna leave that there and I'll never find it again, will I? She's only 16 years old. Leave it alone, they say. Oh, great song by Mr. Benny Bargolis. If I could fly. Oh yeah. You're the man, Bob. Now we're going to go up here and do this one. Oh, my board's right there. Duh. I'm looking for the dang board and it's right in front of my face. Toenail. All right. There's nothing up here because it ends here. I'm going to have to put a little corner brace or something on it here. Or I run it all the way to the wall. I can just put a cleat. Yeah. Let me do that. What I'm going to do. And 19 1/8. So I got to cut something 19 1/8 right here. And stick it up there. All right. Pause you. All right, cut my little knicker, my little knocker here. We're just going to tag him up there with a couple of short screws. So I'm going to start laying this stuff out on the floor here. Now the first section is a little over 100 and some inches. So as I said, what I'm going to do is right where this first leg has got to go, I'm just going to stand it next to the wall. And give these a good clean mark. It's not very clean, but I can see it. And as I cut them, I'm just going to lay them in there. The other pieces I can use for cleats. So I'll move them onto the... I can put some screws into the edges of these anyway. Okay. So this one's going here and this one's going here. They're not centered correctly. Okay. Because I want the shelves in by the sides of the window, see? So They got to end by the sides of the window like it shows. And these are about 1/4 inch long. Okay. So that's the next one. Whew. My furnace works, guys. The furnace works. I need one more. And the third one's going to have to be how do I figure this out? I got to think about this. I cogitated on this and fixed it up right. Now I'm double thinking my logic here. Well, I can tell you where they're going to end up. They're going to end up just like that. Okay, so it is overlapping this one. I only got to go to this window. So I only need 3 braces on this first piece. And I got to just catch the edge of this. Okay, those 2 go on there. This one is in pretty good shape. If I could fly, I'd take you up and take you into life. And these guys got to cut off like this. See that? See that? You'll figure it out once I figure it out. All right, so those 2 guys got to go there. These guys stay whole. So there's a leg here, and there's a leg here. And I can do the top later. I'd really like to get these 4 that I can reach easily done. I think I'm only going to put 1 screw in the joints for right now so I can rack it around a little bit. But this guy, see, he's going to sit on there like that. Let me see. Let me mark this guy here. Did I? I gotta get my square out and line these up like this. You see? And then when I stand this up, that's going to tag onto there and into the end. things. Let me move this down a bit. And I intentionally bought 2.5-inch screws so they wouldn't blast through the front. And hopefully this will all go together right. All right. Are you following along? Can you see what I'm doing? I'll say, boy. So I've marked these by leaning them against the wall and such. I guess I gotta get a square. Because this guy wants to rock and roll. Of course, I kicked it as I was trying to line it up. I mean, this ain't rocket science or nothing, but now they should go almost all the way through. They're 2.5 inches. There you go. Of course, I didn't check that for square, did I? Higa, maga, Kozalewski. Should have checked it for square first. By my evil eye, she looks pretty close. Look at that crap. That's within 1/8 of an inch across 2 feet. So we're good. Now that's the inside of the window. So this has got to go to this side of it. All right. I like it. Put the old girth to it. Girth Brooks here. I didn't want the screws all showing on the front. Call me picky. All right. So there's our first set of legs. Now I just got to line the other 4 up. I got to cut the other 3. I got to cut these guys off. And of course, when I put the lines on them, they'll kind of help line it up, you know. All right. I do have a pretty good eye. That's within, it was within 1/8. look at that. Just like I knew what I was doing or something. That's a bad screw. Didn't have any threads on it. Son of a gun. Cheap bastards. That wood is soft. The screws don't want to drive into it real tight. All right, I've done something wrong here too. Yeah, I put it on the wrong side of the mark. So that's got to be over there. And that guy's got to be there. And it's got to be square. Be there, be square. Whoop. All right. See what else I can screw up. All right. Let's see. I need to take a little measurement here to check this as I go. I know it looks like it's overly complicated. Maybe it is. Let's measure. Here's, we got 34 3/8. It's about right. Yep. So I'm just going to go down here, pull this down to 34 3/8. Before I screw this one. Man, it's hell to get old. Get tired so fast. Man, old fartage is setting in. All right, it's going to be a little cockeyed picking it up here. Maybe I'll get the boss out here. I just got to get those other two cut and scabbed on the end here. And roughly in the right position. Now maybe I should put those, no, I can't do that because they'll flop all over. All right. I thought this was going to be easier. Not so much. All right, I got to cut these two. You don't need to watch me do that. We're going to take a little break for you here. And we'll come back when I'm cutting those other ones. All right, boys and girls, the fan's running. But I got myself the other framework built for the lower portion here. I decided not to put the upper pieces in because they're small enough I can just wheel them in as I need to. Oh, I got to put some more screws in this one. All right. Hopefully everything lines up right. Here it is. This is my other little sticker. Ugh. This has got to be square because it lines up. It lines up with my marks. So I'm going to put this one right up here too. I got to make sure I'm making my mark in the right spot here. Okay, the left mark. All right. All right, see, that's just going to give me a tie point to block this out. And here we go. I'm going to start putting some right in here. So you know what? I'm going to start the screws. All right, well, I've got those cross braces, one of them leveled and obviously clamped. And that's how we put this together. Mm-hmm. All right, so you can obviously see what I'm going to do for the other ones. And once that guy's up there, I can start cutting plywood and putting my braces in. So I got to put one more in. I guess we can clamp them in place. All right. So all I've got is 2 long top rails to put up there, which I could, I suppose. Go from there to the middle of that, which it is. He's laid out all winter in the snow, and shit and rain. Crapola. Man, I'm getting a little hungry. Am I like Bubba? She's only 16 years old. Leave her alone, they said. Love that song. Yeah. Let's see how this looks. If I raise it up to there, I think that's fine. I'm just gonna do it that way, dudes and dudettes. Duties and dudettes. These damn things pull my drawers down though. There's a special kind of light shines down on me. What good does it do if I ain't got you? There's a light, a special kind of light. I gotta come this way. Another 3/4 inch. 3/4. If I got you. Perfect. Baby. I'm touching my mic. I'll be touching my mic. Let's see what this looks like. It is right on. All right. I gotta get my taller ladder, actually. Woohoo! All right, we're working over here now. Trying to get that top rail on. There's a light. Somebody. You don't know, that's 95.5. I think they had to be 98. Why did I cut one off? Dang it, Bobby. I can scab it on there. I'll find the longest one I got. Because these are supposed to be 98. Yeah. I got one that's 96 that would work. Close to 96 as I can get. Well, I went ahead and finished the shelves because my other camera, the card got full and I'm out in the shop, so I just kept going. But as you can see, we just finished building like the ladder frame, got that installed. I took all that OSB I had left over. It's amazing, I had exactly enough. I cut a lot of these boards, these 2x3s, 3 inchers, I cut out of the scaffolding planks that I used when I put the siding on. The OSB I cut at 19 inches. And to make it easy to handle, my wife and I cut it first. We cut 38 3/8 of an inch off. And that left 2 manageable pieces that were a lot easier to run through my table saw and to cut them at precisely 19 inches. And so that's done. It's all screwed down. So now I've got a ton of storage. I can start bringing my equipment and stuff for the cars and all that stuff in here. Get it out of the home garage. The home garage can now be a garage for the actual cars. Now, I'm going to sell my Astro van because she's getting old and beat. And I found a ProMaster. I thought I wanted a high roof. I looked at the high roofs. They were enormous. So I ended up buying a regular 1500 low roof, but a low roof, a 5'8" guy can stand up straight in it. So that's how high the roof is. That even though it's a low roof, it's over 8 feet high. So I don't believe I can fit it through that door to get on the lift even. So it's going to be an all outdoor, but it's huge. It's going to be great for moving my gear. We're traveling to the lake. We're having them put a tow hitch on it for me. So that's going to be good. And yeah. So now this area is done. Now we're back to this. Yeah, we got this area done. See, I put a little kicker over there to catch the end of that part of the shelf up there. And now being screwed to the wall, everything's all tied together. This is extremely strong. This is the best way to build shelves with the absolute minimum amount of materials. If you wanted freestanding shelves, yeah, you'd have to put legs in the back and kind of do the same thing. If you notice, I had to plan it out so that my windows were kind of framed, but that's okay. This piece is a little long. It's 6 feet span here, but that's fine. I mean, those are 2x4s, and the wall in the back is solid, so it's not going to sag. I'm not worried about it. It's not like I'm going to put a 600-pound engine block or something up there anyway, so, you know. All right, guys, well, that's it with this project for now. I can start moving in and start getting stuff cleaned up, and now I get the sawhorses out of here. I had the sawhorses for that construction. Insulation, I got to put that up on the inside where that soffit hangs over from the attic of the other barn. So, God bless, take care, folks. We will see you on another video soon. I'm going to be doing a lot of work on that Mustang. It's going to come in here. I'm going to be doing the fuel line. I'm going to be moving the fuel pump. I'm going to be checking all the brakes, greasing, re-greasing the front bearings. I had the rear end apart and put new fluid and seals and everything in it before, so that's fine. Making sure I grease the U-joints because we got about a 2,500, 2,000 mile trip coming up here in June. The Hot Rod Power Tour by Motor Trend Magazine. All right, guys, we'll see you then. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time at Bob's Barn Workshop. Woo!